Today's lesson is called Pangolins in Peril. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Roger. Today we're going to continue to talk about pangolins. Now, we did talk about pangolins quite a bit last time. Yeah, what if you crossed a skunk and a dragon and a hedgehog? What would you get? Well, you might get a pangolin because they can emit a foul odor. They kind of look like hedgehogs, and they kind of have a scaly body like dragons do. But no, pangolins are actually mammals. They're not reptiles. And so we learned a lot of fascinating facts about pangolins in our last program, but we didn't really talk about the fact that they are in peril. They're in trouble.
There you go. They're in trouble right now. Pangolins have been on planet Earth for more than 80 million years, but their run might be coming to an end. Yes, these pangolins, they're in peril. They're in trouble. They're in harm's way. They are in danger, and this is not a good thing. The pangolin is an extraordinary creature given to us by planet Earth. We should take care of this wonderful creature that we just love to death because it's cute like a hedgehog, let's face it. And yeah, it's kind of scaly like a dragon in a really cool way. And yeah, it's like a skunk in that it will emit a foul odor, but not if you're nice to it. Yes, you can make a pangolin your pet. You don't need to worry about that stench all the time. But all jokes aside, pangolins are in peril. You probably can't keep one as a pet. But hey, maybe you can do something to ensure the safety of pangolins the world over. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a short break, but when we come back, we'll start reading from the second part of our lesson called Pangolins in Peril.
Despite their talent for protecting themselves, pangolins are in serious danger of becoming extinct. While their scales may protect them from lions and other predators, they cannot keep pangolins safe from humans, who simply pick them up off the ground as soon as they roll into a defensive ball. Not having teeth doesn't help much either, nor does their gentle, non-aggressive nature.
各位好，第一部分我们看到形容词 extinct 指绝种的、灭绝的。例如 Mammoths have been extinct for more than 10,000 years. 长毛象已经绝种超过1万年了。或是 Graham likes to spend his time reading about extinct civilizations. Graham 喜欢把时间花在阅读关于灭绝文明的事物。另外补充一个相关片语 go extinct 表示变得灭绝。举例来说 It is a terrible thing when animals go extinct because of the actions of human beings. 动物因为人类的种种作为而灭绝是一件很可怕的事。接着我们看到单字 non-aggressive 这个字是形容词，指不具攻击性的、不侵犯的。字根 non 表示无、非的意思。例如 Wendy is known for her gentle, non-aggressive character in class. Wendy 在班上以温柔、不具攻击性的个性出名。或是 For most people, doves are non-aggressive animals. 对多数人而言，鸽子是不具攻击性的动物。
Okay, let's find out why pangolins are in such trouble, why they are in peril, why they might be facing extinction. Here in the first paragraph for today, it says, despite their talent for protecting themselves, pangolins are in serious danger of becoming extinct. Now, if you go extinct or if you become extinct, that means you no longer exist on the face of the earth. Your kind does not exist anymore. We often talk about the dinosaurs having gone extinct millions of years ago, and nowadays, of course, lots of creatures are still going extinct, like the Carolina parakeet went extinct quite some time ago. The great auk of the Atlantic Ocean is extinct now. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of examples of animals that are no longer here anymore. They are extinct.
Yeah, don't forget about the dodo bird. The dodo bird went extinct as well, okay? You will not find a living dodo bird anywhere on planet Earth because that species has gone extinct. Anyways, moving on, the next sentence says, while their scales may protect them from lions and other predators, they cannot keep pangolins safe from humans who simply pick them up off the ground as soon as they roll into a defensive ball. So there you go. Pangolins are great at defending themselves when they roll up into that ball. Not even big cats like tigers and lions and stuff like that can feed on them. But the problem is us. When we see a pangolin roll up into a ball, we just pick it up and take it with us, okay? And then we kind of own that pangolin, and that's not good for pangolins.
Yep, humans are so smart, aren't they? So yes, while here does not mean during the time. Like while I was taking a shower, my kids were watching TV. In this particular case, it means even though it is true. So it is true that their scales will protect them from lions and other predators, but they cannot be protected from humans. Those scales are useless against humans. We just pick them up and take them with us and take them to some processing facility and cut them right on up or export them to China or Vietnam or whatever the case will be. So yes, that's what they do. They roll into a defensive ball. Defensive means to protect themselves.
Oh, also, don't forget, pangolins are good at defending themselves, okay? And for that reason, they haven't had a need to evolve sharp teeth, or any teeth at all, apparently. Get this, not having teeth doesn't help much either, nor does their gentle, non-aggressive nature. So yes, they roll up into that defensive ball, but they don't fight back, let's say, if a human grabs them or anything like that. They can't bite because they don't have teeth. And you know what? They don't want to bite anyways because they have a gentle, non-aggressive nature. They're not aggressive at all.
They are not aggressive. Some animals are quite aggressive. They will attack you, like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, they are aggressive. But these are non-aggressive creatures. They probably just won't attack you. They might even let you pet them if you want to. Okay, now that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson for today. It's time to move on and talk some more about pangolins in the second part.
As a result, roughly 100,000 pangolins are illegally caught each year and shipped to China and Vietnam, where their scales are said to cure a whole range of health conditions. After being caught and killed, the poor creatures are disguised as fish or snakes and smuggled into traditional medicine shops. From there, pangolin scales are sold to willing customers at huge prices. In fact, it's been estimated that the illegal trade in pangolins is worth about $19 billion a year.
第二部分我们看到动词 smuggle 意思是走私、非法私运。举例来说 People who smuggle things into the country are at risk of going to jail for a very long time. 走私物品进入该国的人要冒着长期坐牢的风险。另外，如果在这个字的字尾加上 r， 就成了名词 smuggler， 指走私犯。我们可以说 The smuggler was arrested for trying to sell drugs in the country. 那名走私犯因试图在该国贩卖毒品而被捕。
All right, folks, let's go ahead and move on to the second part of today's lesson. As a result, roughly 100,000 pangolins are illegally caught each year and shipped to China and Vietnam, where their scales are said to cure a wide range, or a whole range, I should say, of health conditions. Oh, no. By the way, here we have the word roughly to talk about. Here it means about. The adverb roughly means about. Here we're estimating. We're not talking about how a surface is rough, i.e. not smooth. No. Here we're saying approximately or about 100,000 pangolins are illegally caught each year and then shipped to China and Vietnam.
So roughly, more or less, this is the number that they've come up with. I could say, for example, well, how long does it take to drive to Taichung? Well, it takes roughly 2 hours. Maybe it takes a little less, maybe a little bit more, but roughly it takes 2 hours to drive to Taichung. So yes, indeed, lots of them are caught and sent to China and Vietnam, and they like their scales there. I guess they rip off the scales or whatever, and the pangolin probably has to die in the process, and then I guess they probably grind those scales up into a powder, and they're consumed by people who have various health conditions. So they probably think, hey, these things will help me with my arthritis or my skin rashes or whatever the case may be. Now, after being caught and killed, the poor creatures are disguised as fish or snakes and smuggled into traditional medicine shops. So I guess using them and selling them is illegal in these places, so they need to hide them so that they can get into the markets and into the medicine shops. So they're disguised as fish. And here we've got the word disguise, and it's often used as a phrase to be disguised as something. That means you're given a different kind of appearance so that you look different. You might be disguised as a gentleman if you go to a party when, in fact, you are a criminal.
Those pangolins do have scales, so if you do the right things to that poor pangolin corpse, you can make it look like a fish or a snake and then smuggle it. Further, if you want to move illegal goods, you smuggle those goods. Yes, you want to take an illegal good, let's say like drugs, and move them to another country. You can't do that openly. You have to do that carefully and secretly. You have to smuggle. Yes, very often criminals are smugglers. Yes, if you work in the drug trade, and I hope none of you do, you'll have to move drugs or smuggle those drugs from one place to another. Anyways, from there, okay, after they have made their way to these traditional medicine shops, from there, pangolin scales are sold to willing customers at huge prices. Yes, people are willing to pay top dollar for pangolin scales. In fact, it's been estimated that the illegal trade in pangolins is worth about $19 billion a year.
Yes, that is very profitable, so you can be sure that the people involved in this business are going to be heavily armed, and if you mess with them, you could get in big trouble. You might be tortured and killed, so you better watch out there, because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that goes on every year. Okay, that brings us to the end of the second part of our lesson. Let's move on now to the third part and find out more about the illegal pangolin trade.
Due to this unlawful hunting, the number of pangolins still left in the wild has dropped dramatically. Though no one is sure precisely how many are left, far fewer sightings of wild pangolins, along with the surge in illegal trade, suggest that some species are very close to extinction. Unless drastic action is taken, the pangolin's 80-million-year existence might soon come to a premature end.
第三部分我们看到单字 surge 这个字是名词，意思是激增、急剧上升。例如 There was a surge of job seekers moving to this region because of the discovery of oil. 来这个地方找工作的人激增，因为当地发现了石油。另外，这个字也可以当动词，像是 Pain surged through the soldier's body when he was badly injured. 当这名士兵受了重伤，他全身感到痛苦，急剧上升。而这个字除了课文的意思，还可以指波涛、海浪汹涌，像是 a surge of 表示一大批的点点点，一股点点点。举例来说 The strong storm brought a surge of water onto the land. 那场强烈的风暴带来一场大浪冲上岸。或是 As the ocean surged, our boat rose and fell with a sickening intensity. 当海浪涌起时，我们的船以令人作呕的强度起起落落。再来，我们看到形容词 drastic 指严厉的、激烈的。例如 Kevin took drastic steps to protect his family. Kevin 采取激烈手段以保护他的家人。另外，除了上面的意思，这个字还可以指极端的、剧烈的，像是 Try not to make any drastic changes to your life without thinking them through first. 不要在你彻底想清楚前就做出对人生造成重大影响的任何改变。最后，我们看到单字 premature 这个字是形容词，指提前的、过早的。举例来说 ，Smoking can cause premature aging. 抽烟会导致提早老化。另外，除了上面的意思，这个字还可以指早产的。例如 Yolanda's baby was about 3 weeks premature. Yolanda 的孩子大约早产了3个星期。
Pangolins in peril. Yes, I'm reading the title of our article as though it were a news headline because you know what? We should pay attention to this. Pangolins are disappearing from planet Earth, and that is not a good thing. Who wants these wonderful creatures to go extinct? I know I don't want them to go extinct. Anyways, due to this unlawful hunting, due to this poaching, this illegal hunting, the number of pangolins still left in the wild has dropped dramatically. So the population of pangolins is quite high not so long ago. But because of this unlawful hunting, that number has dropped or decreased a whole lot. It has dropped dramatically. And yes, if something is unlawful, it's against the law. Unlawful hunting is illegal hunting, or you can call it poaching in some situations.
Yeah, or if the police are trying to control a student protest, sometimes they might use unlawful violence to stop the protesters. You got to watch out for that. But of course, we got this illegal hunting that's against the law. And because of it, there aren't many pangolins left in the wild, which means running around free in forests and mountains and stuff like that. The number has dropped significantly, dramatically. Though no one is sure precisely how many are left, far fewer sightings of wild pangolins, along with a surge in illegal trade, suggest that some species are very close to extinction. So it's true, no one really knows precisely how many are left. So here, precisely is an adverb that just means to know the exact number. So no one is sure about the exact number. No one is sure precisely how many are left. But they can kind of guess that they are dying off quickly because of various factors.
For instance, you could say, "Oh, I think I'll be there around noon." And the person could respond, "No, that's not good enough. Tell me the time precisely. Are you going to be there at 11:45 or 12:15? Or are you going to be there at 12:19 and 30 seconds? Tell me precisely. I need to know the exact time." Anyways, yes, there are very few sightings of wild pangolins now, and along with the surge in illegal trade, these two things, when you put them together, they suggest that, well, some species, like the pangolin, are very close to extinction. Anyways, here we have the phrase along with. That means these two things are taken together. You could also say in addition to something. And it says along with the surge in illegal trade. Okay, here a surge is a rapid increase or a rapid growth in something.
A surge, right. Of course, oftentimes we talk about an electrical surge that might destroy your computers and stuff like that if the electricity becomes too strong suddenly. That's why we use those power strips that have a fuse in them. So if there is a power surge, it will destroy the power strip and not your computer. But in this particular case, we've got this surge in illegal trade. It's been going up greatly, so people still want these pangolin scales. They're still convinced that they help them with various ailments. So these two factors suggest or kind of tell us that these animals are close to extinction. That, of course, is when this type of animal exists no more.
Yes, unless drastic action is taken, the pangolin's 80 million year existence might soon come to a premature end. By the way, if something comes to an end, it finishes completely. So extinction would be a really sad way for this species to come to an end, okay? This would be a very final ending. Pangolins wouldn't be able to come back ever again. There would be no more pangolins on planet Earth. That's what it means for something to come to an end. It finishes, it stops. And if something comes to a premature end, that means it stops or finishes before it should, okay? That's all there is to it. All right, everyone. Our lesson on pangolins is now in the books, and it's time for you guys to hear from the Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第一部分的最后一句写到 Not having teeth doesn't help much either, nor does their gentle, non-aggressive nature. 没有牙齿也帮不上忙，温和不具攻击性的天性也没有多大的作用。那我这边要介绍的是用 nor 或者是 neither 来表达否定复合的用法。 Neither 或者是 nor 都可以表达出也不的语义。那我们可以用句型 neither 或者是 nor 加上助动词或 be 动词，再加主词去附和前面的否定句。好，那要特别注意的是以 nor 或是 neither 开头的子句必须倒装，也就是要把助动词或者是 be 动词移到主词前面。举例来说 Greg is not going to the event,Nor is his wife. Greg 不会出席那场活动，他太太也不会。那后半句的 Nor is his wife 有没有看到这个 be 动词 is 它是摆在主词 his wife 的前面来形成倒装句。好，再造一个例句 Sam has never been to Europe and neither has Lily. Sam 没有去过欧洲， Lily 也没有。那么后半句的 neither has Lily 这个助动词 has 就是摆在主词 Lily 的前面来形成倒装句。好，那这边提醒同学们，用 nor 或者是 neither 来表达否定复合的时候，有几个重点要注意哦。第一个重点是 neither 和 nor 本身就带有否定意思，所以后面不用加 not， 它们就可以表达出也不的语义了。好，第二个重点是在这用法里面Neither 一般是把它当作副词用，我们可以用连接词或者是分号把它跟前面的句子隔开，那也可以用句点把它另外写成一句。像如果要表达她很少喝咖啡，她老公也是，那这时候我们可以说 She rarely drinks coffee and neither does her husband. 这边用连接词 and， 或者是说 She rarely drinks coffee 分号 neither does her husband， 或者是 She rarely drinks coffee 句点 neither does her husband。好，这样子就是用句点把两个句子隔开了。好，再来呢 nor 比较常用在英式英语里面，那我们通常会用逗号把它跟前面句子隔开，那也是有可能会看到它在它的前面加上连接词。好，我们看到课文第三部分有一个单字 precisely， 它是副词，表示精确地，那它的形容词是 precise， 我们就来学它的字首字根。好，看到 CID 或者是 CIS 这两个字根呢，有 cut 或者是 kill 的语义，表示砍啊、切割、杀等等。在 precise 这个字当中，它的字首 PRE 表示事先，那么 CISE 表示删减。同学们可以试着联想，你先把这个不要啊、不相关、不重要的东西全部都先删除，事先把它砍掉、删掉，剩下的东西就是确切的、精确的东西嘛。所以这样可以想到说 precise 它可以用来形容精确的、准确的。那顺便补充两个有相同字根的单字，一个是 incise INCISE，它的字首 in 表示在什么之中， CISE 表示切割。那从字首字根来看，就是要切进某个东西里面，所以 incise 它就表示切入、切开，也有雕刻的意思哦。好，再来看另外一个字是 concise CONCISE， 它的字首表示完全、强调的语义，这个 CON 有强调语义，那么 CISE 表示切除。那完全切除就表示干净利落，从这边也许就可以联想到 concise 它有这个简明的、简洁的这种语义了。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Extinct. European brown bears have been extinct in the United Kingdom since the Middle Ages. Roughly 70,000 people participated in the event, breaking last year's record. Disguise. The journalist disguised herself as a potential business contact while investigating the company. Unlawful. The judge ruled that the evidence could not be used because it was found during an unlawful search. Precisely. We have precisely 24 hours to find a solution to the problem. Surge. Lately, there has been a surge of interest in taking action against climate change.
Discussion Starter starts now!
Now it's time for our discussion starter. Hey Roger, what would it take to get people to stop buying medicine made from pangolin scales?
Well, I think more medical research is necessary to stop people from using this medicine, because if they find other kinds of medicine that can be made from plants or things like that, then people won't need to kill those pangolins for their scales. There'll be other kinds of medicines that they can use. What do you think?
Okay, this sounds a little bit strange, but I think governments would need to legalize and tax pangolin scales, because if they could do so, the pangolin scales would become wildly expensive, even more expensive than they are now, and people would stop buying them because they'd be prohibitively expensive. Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.